Hey Laura, I have good news to tell you. You can't guess what happened.
Oh, just tell me what is that?
I've just returned from the hospital. Luckily, I'm the match for Adrian. I can give Adrian a blood donation.
Oh, I knew that. But are you certain you can go through with it?
What do you mean? I'm willing to do so, no matter how hard it is. We've been struggling to find a donor for him, you know. None in his family has the same blood type as him. And doctors say that blood type is extremely rare.
Of course, I'm happy for you. But what if his surgery is not successful? And are you two still planning to get married later this year?
Yeah, we called off the wedding when he got sick. But we've been together for more than 5 years. I'm really looking forward to a happy ending.
Maybe take your time before diving back into wedding plans. The surgery fees will surely be too much.
Don't worry too much, Laura. I'm confident things will go smoothly with the assistance from our families. Plus, you have a chance to put on that amazing dress we picked out for you.
Sounds great.
Are you happy with that? You don't seem as excited as I am about this.
I'm good. Just a long day. And Adrian told me before. Wait, I need to tell you something.
Sure. Let's tell me what you want to say.
Just casual stuff. How's Adrian doing?
He felt better when hearing he was about to have surgery. And he is super thrilled about the wedding. He thinks it's like a second shot at happiness.
That's wonderful. I'm genuinely happy for you, Angela.
Thank you, Laura. I'm also happy to share everything with you. You can confide in me about anything, right?
Of course. We've been friends for over 10 years. Nothing can shake our bond.
2 days later. Please tell me that the person I saw in this room wasn't you. Tell me it wasn't you who fled upon spotting me.
What are you saying? I've been at home all day.
That's why you are unhappy about me marrying him, right? Laura, tell me that you haven't been involved with Adrian.
How do you even know that?
Don't even consider deceiving me. He disclosed everything to me. I suspected something was going on between the two of you. But I didn't think both of you cheated on me.
What did he say? Hey, listen to me. It was Adrian who flirted me first.
Laura, you were the one who introduced us in the first place.
Well, now the heart desires what it desires. Adrian and I are compatible in everything. I think I should tell you the truth, Angela.
The truth? What's the truth?
The man waited 5 years to marry you. I just do not think you're compatible.
My goodness! I don't know what I should do now, whether laughing or crying. How can I believe this? In what world does betraying 10 years of friendship for a man seem logical?
It's not my fault. You should ask your fiancé. I mean, you've been neglecting yourself lately. You're supposed to be getting married, but I'm not sure your dress will fit. You do not know how to take care of yourself.
Stop it, Laura. It's enough. You're well aware of how insecure I am about my weight. Do you remember that? You've constantly reassured me that I look fine.
Honestly, I've been lying to satisfy your feelings, but it's tiring to always play the supporting role in your life. I'm constantly helping you with your love life and self-esteem matters.
How long has this been happening?
For 2 years.
You were deceiving me, but you still let him propose to me. How could you do that to me? I confided you when I suspected he was hiding some things. Instead of listening to me, you made me believe I was the one overreacting. What kind of friend is that?
I'm the friend who's tired of always being the third wheel in your relationship. But you know what? Adrian treated me like a princess. Oh, he's so romantic. I think he never did those kinds of stuff for you.
So, you decided to take my man to prove a point.
Honey, he's not your man.
What? He's our man?
Let Adrian choose.
I'm not wasting any more time with you and Adrian. Both of you are disgusting. By the way, I need to tell you something.
Don't tell me silly things like leaving him.
He told me you meant nothing to him and broke up with you.
No way. He loves me.
If he loved you, he would have dumped me a long time ago. He said that you kept pursuing him, even though he wanted to focus on us.
No, you lied to me. I know how hard he had to go through to keep our relationship. But, wait, What were you doing at the hospital at that hour? You usually visit in the mornings. The nurses said they saw a girl who looked a lot like me entering his room late at night.
I couldn't believe it when they told me. I thought he was loyal. 5 years together, and I never saw him look at another woman other than me. But I was curious. I went to the hospital at night, and I saw you in his room.
You're crazy. This is what Adrian meant. You're so clingy.
I am his fiancée. I have every right to be, especially with snakes like you around him. Never mind. I hope you two have a nice life. Maybe you'll have little baby snakes together.
But what about the blood donation? You can't be thinking of backing out. He'll die. Answer me.
A few days later. Stop loitering around my house. So, you thought setting his entire family against me would make a difference? I've already spoken to his doctor. I'm not giving the blood donation. I'm not the one saving his life. Maybe you can be the savior.
You know, I wasn't a match.
It's ridiculous how much your claims of being more compatible with him. Look, I won't donate my blood to save him just so you and he can have a happy ending.
Without your blood donation, he won't survive. You'll be the cause of his death. You need to reconsider. His condition is deteriorating, and there's no hope.
I don't want him to die. But please respect my decision. From the moment I knew Adrian cheated on me, he meant nothing to me. No amount of threats or insults from his family will change my mind. You got it?
I thought you loved him. He doesn't deserve to die. Angela, you used to love Adrian. You can't abandon him in his time of need. You owe us that much. Your selfishness will haunt you for life if you don't change. Just one more time. Think of our friendship for a decade, Angela.
No, I made my decision. You cannot change my mind. Don't act superior to me. I lost 2 loved ones in one day. Don't claim I owe you this.
I love him more than you do. I'll force you to donate, even if you resist.
My family knows, and they'll protect me. If anything happens to me, you and his family will spend your lives in jail. Don't force me to do anything. I don't owe you anything. Please, leave me alone.
I can't believe a heartless person like you was one of my friends. You won't set aside your feelings to help a man who stood by you for 5 years.
3 years.
What? How could it be just 3 years?
He was loyal to me for 3 years. After that, I owe nothing. The other 2 years he spent with another woman. I've been stressed and crying all year because of him. I lost him 2 years ago.
You see, you're already treating him like he's dead.
Both of you are dead to me. A week later. Hey, Laura, tell Adrian's family that if I see them at my workplace ever again, I will call the police. They're making me uncomfortable. Every day, I have to hide from them like a criminal.
Tell them yourself. We almost lost him last night. I stayed at the hospital until early this morning. How can you be so heartless?
I believe if you make an effort, you can find another donor for him. I'm sorry, but please respect my decision and leave me alone.
If he passes away, it's your fault.
A year later.
He was so bad. You didn't even ask me about Adrian's condition. He wishes to meet you, but he's uncertain when he'll recover. I'm unsure why he has any intentions involving you, but I wanted to transfer his message to you.
What'd you do that for?
I'm not sure.
But don't even think about rekindling with him.
I'll be keeping an eye on you.
No need. I have no intention of going there. 5 days later.
I wish you burn in hell.
What are you saying, Laura? You are insulting me.
He's gone. He passed away today. It's all your fault.
Laura, don't blame all the things to me.
I'm sure you're happy now, aren't you?
Laura, I'm sorry for your loss. I know it's hard to accept the truth, but maybe he's in a better place now.
You pretentious person. No, you don't get to apologize. You killed him.
Trust me, I'm not rejoicing in his death, even if it feels that way.
You're a murderer.
It was your chance to save him, and you chose not to. He was sick, and the hospital couldn't find a suitable blood type for him. You could help him, but you refused.
Look, even though you betrayed me, I'm here if you need someone to talk to.
I didn't want someone to talk to. He proposed to me and we were going to get married. But he was gone before we married. He left me alone. Don't show up at his funeral. His mother doesn't want to see you.
That's her choice, and I'll respect it.
You didn't visit him during his last moments? How can you disregard a dying person's wishes?
Hey, I'm already getting hell from his family members. I don't need more from you. It was my fault. Death comes for us all. You can't start spreading rumors about me that aren't true. You and his family need to stop blaming me for his death.
This is the truth. You're a murderer, heartless. Let's see. Who will be willing to date you again? You'll end up alone.
It's enough, Laura. It's exceeding my limits.
No one will love such an ugly witch like you.
You go too far, Laura. I won't tolerate being insulted. I'll call the cops if you insult me anymore.
Don't show up at the funeral, or I'll ensure you regret it.
Goodbye. I should have blocked you long ago. I hope one day you comprehend the pain caused by both of you and understand why I couldn't make that sacrifice for him.
Lily, did you call all my relatives thanking them for today?
I did. Don't worry about it.
Did you call every single one of them?
I called almost everyone that came to the funeral today.
Okay, good. I was a little worried that you had forgotten to thank everyone. Did you manage to get my parents' house cleaned out? I hope that the house is completely clean by the time I get back.
Now what? I wouldn't have had for that, as you are aware.
I believed I instructed you to clean the house. Additionally, I want you to discard all of Mom's stuff. Ensure that is accomplished.
What are you referring to? Do you intend to make me complete the task by myself?
Of course, I'm forcing you to complete it on your own. You should have unlimited free time since you don't have a job. I have no leisure time because I'm so busy at work.
Did you forget that I had to stop working because of you? You asked me to look after Linda, your ill mother. She was quite ill, so I had to be by her side the entire time. Because of you, I was compelled to stop working.
All of that occurred about 5 years ago. Why are you mentioning that now?
That is the precise reason I'm bringing it up at this time. I cared for your ill mother for 5 years of my life. Only because I'm your wife did I do that for you. Are you really going to have me organize all of her possessions too? You ought to be doing that without a doubt. After all, she was your mother.
You never stop chatting, and it truly annoys me. Okay, good. Don't bother if you don't want to do it.
I'm not just upset with that either. You also made me handle all the funeral planning for Linda. Where are you even at this moment? Why didn't you return home? The funeral was 1 week ago today.
My parents' home is quite a distance from my place of employment, therefore. That has nothing to do with you. Simply to avoid having to go so far to work, I'm staying in a location close by.
I still believe that you ought to see your parents at home. Your mother just died. I find it incomprehensible that you want me to clean the entire house by myself. What do you suppose I am? You're practically treating me like a slave.
Are you really that annoying? Why don't you just leave if you don't want to tidy the house?
Now what? Is that what you said to me just now?
There isn't another solution, in my opinion. I don't truly want you if you don't want to clean my house for me. You should immediately gather all of your possessions, in my opinion.
Are you kidding me?
I'm serious, I swear. You must leave the house, please. I'm ejecting you.
It's unbelievable. Really, you're just going to throw me out. You tend to put a stop to things so quickly. What even were the previous 5 years about back then? I wanted to create a family with you and have kids. Instead, I was only permitted to care for your sick mother.
You are aware that having children would not have been possible for us. You spent the whole day taking care of Mom, which kept you extremely busy. We lacked the time and flexibility to raise a child.
I am aware of that. For your benefit, I was putting in a lot of effort every day. I was looking after your mother, not my own. Now you're telling me to leave the house now that she's passed away?
You are the one who declared your intention to leave, right?
I never made such a statement.
Actually, I believe that would be in our best interests both. You ought to leave immediately.
This is just unbelievable. What you're doing is really awful.
Yeah, whatever. I'm just doing the right thing. I need you to be gone. If feasible, I'd like you to get rid of all of my mother's items and books before you go. I suppose a simple task like that is hard for someone like you. I'm going to employ a cleaning service to clean out that residence.
Are you serious about getting rid of Linda's belongings?
Sure I am. Is there an issue with that? I'm not going to require any of that. It's not like she'll ever return to this world. Is it worth keeping any of her possessions?
Do you have no feelings?
I have plenty of emotions. I just don't see why I should keep any of her possessions.
If Linda heard you say this, she'd be devastated.
In any case, this has nothing to do with you. I'm kicking you out. You should stop worrying about my mom's belongings now.
I'm still processing everything. I'll need some time to think about it.
I had already planned to kick you out at some point. It's pointless to think about it. Could you kindly hurry up and gather your belongings? You can just leave my mom's belongings for now. I want you to move out as soon as possible.
So you're serious about evicting me? If you kick me out, I have no idea where I should go.
I'm not sure. That is entirely up to you. You are no longer required to care for my mother. Why don't you go live your free life the way you want?
You're reporting me like this after everything I've done for you?
This is your life. You have the ability to choose how you want to live.
Are you sure what you're saying to me?
Yeah, I'm serious. I'm evicting you from the house. I'd like to divorce you as well. I don't need you anymore now that my ailing mother has died.
Okay. Good. I require you to go immediately. I've had it with you.
What are you on about? You're the one who's leaving. Did you get smacked on the head or something?
I'll collect all of your possessions and send them to you. Please provide me with your girlfriend's address, the woman you've been cheating on me with.
What happened? I'm not sure what you're on about. You're the one who's leaving. That house is mine. After all, it was my parents' house. My mother has left me everything. I still have a lot of work to do on the house and her inheritance. You need to leave the house immediately.
So I suppose you still aren't aware of it. You won't be receiving any inheritance from Linda.
What? That cannot possibly be true. I am the sole child. My dad was once quite wealthy as well. Unfortunately, when he passed away, he left everything to my mother. Finally, I should be able to inherit all of my parents' savings and possessions.
It is in fact true. Nothing was left for you by Linda. In fact, before she passed away, she handed me the house. Actually, I own your parents' home now. The necessary paperwork has already been completed. The property is owned by me.
I have absolutely no idea what you're talking about. Why would my mother give the house to you?
Linda and I both knew you were cheating on me. Even though her body was quite frail, she remained cognizant right up until the very end. Every day, she apologized to me for what you were doing to me. Before she died away, she really retained a lawyer to handle all of her estate matters. She instructed the attorney to make sure that I receive all she owns. She opposed you getting anything from her.
Nothing you're stating is true in my opinion. When was she going to be able to accomplish all that? My mother couldn't have done that without consulting me, of course.
Even if she had wanted to, she couldn't have talked to you about it. Even when she was ill, you never visited her at home. To spare you from having to do anything, you forced me to take care of her the entire time.
I had a full-time job. I had no other free time. I had a lot going on.
Quit lying. Like everyone else, you were merely performing a routine job. You ought to have had lots of free time to visit your ill mother. I was already aware of what you were doing.
What exactly do you mean?
I know you were having an affair with one of your subordinates. You and she rented a condo near your office. I know you and your partner have been living together.
So you're aware of that as well? How did you learn about it?
I hired a private investigator to look into you. I didn't have any spare time to look for you. I'm delighted I hired a professional to collect evidence of your infidelity. It was pricey, but I still have all of the money Linda gave me. I'll also be able to sue you to gain even more money from you. I don't think I'll be thinking about money for a while.
Sue me. I'm not going to compensate you. Stop expressing things that are impossible.
It is not at all impossible. You squandered 5 years of my life. You made me take care of your ailing mother while you cheated on me with another woman. You practically employed me as a nurse for 5 years. I'd like you to pay me 5 years worth of wages as well. I'll let you off the hook for that one though, because I received all of your mom's savings. I'm still going to be suing you out of spite. While I was taking care of your sick mother, you cheated on me. I'm going to make you pay for ruining my life because you did.
Please wait for a moment. Is anything you mentioned actually accurate? Has my mother really left nothing for me?
There is most likely nothing left for you. I truly understand the specifics of inheritance law. The only thing I am certain of is that Linda had no desire to leave you anything. She felt incredibly let down by you. While you were having fun, you made me take care of her. She didn't want to leave you anything, and I can see why.
That means I won't be receiving her savings then. That certainly isn't just. I anticipated getting everything from her. I had my entire life planned around those savings. Do you actually own the house now as well? That house I wanted to sell. It would have been quite valuable.
The paperwork is already finished. It now belongs to me. For some cash, I'm also going to see your new girlfriend. Be sure to tell her all it as well.
You need to calm down, Lily. What's going through your mind? I don't know. You can't be doing this to me.
Can you recall my name? I'm a bit shocked. I assume you'll be preoccupied with your new girlfriend?
I will never forget your name, I promise. After all, you are my wife.
Wife? You're not the one who asked me for a divorce, right? You told me that Linda had gone away so you didn't need me anymore? Do you realize that my main goal is to take care of her?
Well, sort of. Although in fact I believe I could have said it a little more clearly.
You really believe that I can handle everything? Do you really believe that I would be satisfied with such a life? You treated me like I was some sort of slave even though I was supposed to be your wife. Because of how you treated me, I hate you. I need you to leave my home immediately.
Please hold off doing that. I've already let my new girlfriend know that I'll be getting a sizable sum of money in savings. I swore I would use that money to get us a luxury condo.
Unfortunately, you won't be getting that amount of cash. Perhaps you'll get paid enough to get her a lovely meal. However, I would suggest that you both start saving some cash since I'm going to sue you both soon.
Okay, I apologize. I acknowledge that I was wrong. I should have treated you better as my wife. How about we both calm down and talk things out? I want to talk with you about how to distribute the entire inheritance. I'll make certain to return home today so we can speak.
Actually, you don't even need to return home.
Why are you acting in this manner?
I'm acting this way because I despise you. I don't want you to approach my house ever again. I have already completed my portion of the divorce paperwork. I'll ship it to your place of employment for you to finish filling it out and returning it out and returning it. My lawyer will be contacting you at some points in the near future, too, regarding the compensation.
You really need to calm down. There's really no need to make this such a big problem.
Actually, I'm very calm right now. I'm thinking very clearly. I'm very happy that I'm finally going to be completely free from you. I was a little surprised when you tried to dispose of me so easily, though. I guess you had no romantic feelings towards me at all. It actually makes it easier for me, though. I can end things with you with no regrets at all.
You can't end things with me yet. Do not divorce just yet.
Exactly why not? You asked me for a divorce earlier today, weren't you? When you learned you wouldn't be getting anything, did you decide to change your mind?
That is not how it is. When I told my girlfriend about all of this, she immediately booted me out.
Why did she eject you exactly?
She only dated me for the money I was supposed to receive. She ended our relationship after learning that I wouldn't be getting any inheritance. I couldn't believe that she could end things with me so easily. The majority of the rent and other living costs were mine to bear.
But why did you be ejected? Isn't the lease for the apartment in your name?
Actually, she is the one who signed the deal. Because I'm married, I reasoned that it would be horrible if other people found out. I was only handing her the cash so she could cover her rent.
Therefore, you were aware that what you were doing was wrong. You were planning to buy the high-rise condo under your name once you divorced me, right? You planned to abandon me from the very start. You completely deserve this happening to you.
I sincerely regret what I did to you. My ex-girlfriend was simply taking advantage of me. She deserted me.
You really can't do anything about it. If you complain about what she did to you, everyone will find out that you were cheating on me.
Exactly. I have no control over my ex-girlfriend. I'm going to return home so we can discuss. I want to mend our relationship.
Did you really think I would suddenly be willing to fix our relationship? What you did to me was unacceptable. I'm not going to discuss it with you. I also informed your firm about the divorce. I informed them of your romance with your subordinate.
No way! My company has no idea about this. I'm going to leave right now to get home so we can discuss. Please accept my heartfelt apology.
There's no way I am going to forgive you. I've already changed the locks on the house. You won't be able to get in with the keys you have. I'm going to call the cops on you if you come anywhere near my house.
The cops? You don't need to go that far, in my opinion. I implore you to forgive me. Please assist me. I'm sorry for what I did to you.
So I hope you live to regret what you did. Goodbye, you scumbag.
After that, Thomas attempted to enter Lily's flat using the keys he had. However, the lock had already been changed and he was unable to enter. Lily contacted the cops and Thomas was arrested and transported to the station. The next day, Thomas's employer discovered his affair and demoted him and reduced his compensation. The subordinate with whom he was having an affair was fired immediately. Lily also sued Thomas for what he had done to her. He didn't have any savings, so he couldn't pay the settlement cost. He had to borrow a lot of money to pay Lily and is now deeply in debt. Thomas is currently living a lonely life with a huge amount of debt. He began working a second job in order to gradually pay off all of his debt.
I'm looking forward to this trip. It's going to be fantastic.
A trip? What do you mean? Like a day trip?
More extended than a day trip.
Unfortunately, I can't make it. Do you remember when the babies are due in a month? The due date is just a couple of weeks away.
How can I forget? Every day, all I see is that enormous belly. He looked like a whale. This trip isn't with you. I would have told you about it if that were the case. This is a trip for me. You know, with a baby coming and everything, I won't have many chances to get away. I've got to take the chance while I can and get away for a little while for my sanity.
A little while? How long are you actually planning on going? And who are you going with? Friends? Or by yourself?
Is that really important? I'll go and come back. That's all you need to know.
Wait, so you won't tell me who you're going with?
Who I'm going with doesn't really concern you because you won't be coming on the trip. If you were coming, I'd fill you in on all the details, but in this situation, you should definitely just take it easy at home. I'll go off on a short trip, come back, and the baby will probably be due. The timing will be perfect, I bet.
Roma, the due date is 7 days away, but it's not unheard of for the baby to come early. What if the baby comes early and you're not here? Also, with the heavy snow lately, there's no way I can get to the hospital without you. I really think you should reconsider this trip or whatever you're calling it.
What's the chance of that happening? Like 1%? There's no way it's coming early. Besides, you'll be able to figure it out. You're a big girl.
Why would you say something like that? Honestly, if I really get stranded, I'm gonna have to take a taxi.
Don't take a taxi. You know how expensive those are? We're not made of money, you know. Just get your friend to drive you.
This is crazy. Honestly, why are you going on a trip so close to the baby's birth?
I've been planning this trip for a while, Lucy. It's something I've been really looking forward to. The timing now is the best it could be. Like I said, it's gonna be really crazy and hectic after the baby comes. Now's my only chance.
The timing isn't good at all, though. I wish you would consider me and the new baby a little bit more. It's totally irresponsible to be heading out on a trip at this time.
What do you want me to do? Rub your feet? Cook up pasta dinners for you? I've been doing all that, and frankly, I'm getting a bit tired of it. I know pregnant women need to eat, but you've been really ballooning up. Like, I think you might have gone a bit overboard with a big appetite.
Are you insulting me? You know I need to eat extra to feed the baby, right? I guess you wouldn't know because you don't have a child growing in your stomach.
Can't you take a joke? It's normal to gain a bit of weight, but never mind.
Have you talked to your mother? It seems like your father isn't doing very well at all. His health is really suffering.
Yes, I know. I talked to her.
So, you really think that now is a good time for a trip?
Between you and me, the sooner the old man croaks, the sooner I'll get that inheritance money. We've talked about how nice that money is going to be for us. Maybe we can get that hot tub you've always wanted.
What? We've never talked about anything like that.
That's one of the reasons I booked this trip. It's quite a nice hotel. It even has champagne service.
I can't believe you. How can you be so inconsiderate? Your dad is not doing well at all and you're already thinking about money?
You and your mother keep telling me save money for the baby this, put aside money for the future that. Now's my only chance to spend a little on me. You understand too, right? It can't all be hard work, there's got to be some play too. All work and no play, it makes Roma a dull boy.
That's selfishness. Where did that come from? You used to be so kind. To me, my mother, everyone. You've really changed lately. Taking an extravagant trip and staying in a nice hotel when your father is sick and you've got a baby on the way? I think you need your head checked.
You don't understand me at all. I'm the one earning the money which pays for the house, food, the car, everything. Where's the appreciation? Where's the respect? Is that too much to ask? After all I do for you, you just criticize me and complain that I'm doing the wrong thing. Don't you think a break is good? Work-life balance, remember.
I'm only criticizing you because what you're doing is completely out of line.
All right then. I don't think you'll ever understand my way of thinking. You tell me to think more of you, but I think you need to reassess your priorities. If we got divorced, you'd be in a bad spot, Lucy. Remember that, okay?
Unreal, Roma. You've honestly changed. I don't even know who you're going on this trip with. That's not shady at all.
I told you, that's not important. It doesn't concern you. Anyways, I just wanted to let you know I'm going, and there's nothing you can do to change my mind now. One more thing. Do you think you could lose some weight after the baby's born? I'm having a hard time finding you attractive with this extra weight.
Shut up. You've said enough. I'm not gonna let you go on this trip. I'm calling your mother. What? Did you shut me in the storage shed? The doors are locked.
I had to do it, Lucy. I'm sorry, but you were just getting on my case too much. You would have never let me go on this trip.
Whatever. I don't care about the trip. Let me out of here, it's cold. It's gonna keep snowing tonight, it might get dangerous. This is serious, Roma.
Yes, well maybe you should have thought of that before you started calling me all those names. Inconsiderate, irresponsible. Those names don't feel nice, do they? And there's a window in there, right? It's insulated too, so it shouldn't be that bad. Just enjoy the lovely scenery as the snow falls.
There's not even a heater in here. This is nuts. You're nuts. I really can't believe you took it this far.
Well, just take the night in there to recollect your thoughts. Then, maybe when I come back tomorrow, you'll be able to treat me a bit kinder. Like a husband should be treated.
Your reasoning is totally backwards. I really can't take this. You lock me in our storage shack with no heater, no food, nothing. I might die, literally.
Don't overreact, Lucy! You'll be okay. Just take some time to think, and I really feel that you come out of this with a better idea of how I provide for our family. And hopefully a bit more respect for me. Remember, a good wife should follow and obey her husband. That's the way she learns how to act and behave in public. It's common knowledge.
All right, Roma. I'm thinking about what you've said and I think I can understand. You just want a little more respect, and I feel appreciated. I understand that. That's a very normal human feeling. I can definitely relate. So, would you please let me out of here? It's honestly getting really cold.
Huh? I just said I'm coming back tomorrow. You can take some more time to think about it. I'm already out the door. Actually, I'm pretty late meeting my friend. I should have been at the meetup spot ages ago.
Are you serious? You're gonna leave me in the storage shed? What the hell is the matter with you?
Take your time to think and I'll be back by tomorrow. Okay? See ya!
Roma! This is not safe for the baby. Think about the baby.
Lucy, how are you feeling? I know the due date for the baby's coming up, so I thought I should call. But I need to let you know that Robert is not doing very well. I think it'd be best if you and Roma came here tonight, just to see him. I sent a message to Roma, but for some reason he didn't answer.
Annie! Thank God! I don't have good reception here, but I need your help. I'm in a storage shed outside of her house. You've got to get the key and get me out of here, quick.
What? Where's Roma? He's not with you?
No, he's not. He went on a trip. I'll tell you more later, just come.
What? You mean the outside? You'll freeze in there. What do you mean a trip? At a time like this? That's crazy.
Yes, he was talking about the inheritance money. That's why he decided to spring for a high-class hotel. I actually don't know who he went with, he wouldn't tell me.
Oh my God! My own son! Did that? I'm so sorry, Lucy. I can't say how mortified I am to hear that.
Annie, my phone battery is gonna die soon. It's cold too. My fingers are already cramping up. It's hard to type messages.
I'm sorry, Lucy. I'll be on my way.
Please come. I'll fill you in more later. My phone's gonna die.
All right, I'm heading right over now. I'll bring Alan to you. He can help if we run into any problems. Is the gate open? We should be able to get in, right? Lucy, are you there? Lucy!
I'm on my way back. After we talked yesterday morning, I didn't hear anything from you. What happened? I thought about it after. Locking you in the storage shed might have been going a bit overboard. I'm sorry about that. I just got a bit heated, that's all. How's everything going anyway? Were you able to think about us? And you know how you need to respect me.
Get over to the house, Roma. Right now. We're all waiting for you.
Huh? Who's all waiting? Lucy! What's going on?
This isn't Lucy, Roma. This is your mother. I know what you did. Locking your pregnant wife in the storage shed. During a snowstorm, no less. What were you thinking going away on a trip at this time? Honestly, I am out of words to say to you.
Mom? Why are you using Lucy's phone?
Roma, you need to take responsibility for what you did. You really messed up this time, and I honestly don't know how you're gonna get out of it.
Is everything okay with Lucy? Nothing bad happened, right? And who's all gathering at the house? What happened?
Enough. Get over to the house now. I'll explain the situation to you after you get here. I'd rather not say it over the phone. The whole family's here, Roma. They know what you did. How you went on a trip right when your father was very sick. They all know how you locked your pregnant wife in that storage shed.
Listen, Mom, I have a good reason for all of this. You don't even know the full story. Don't go jumping to conclusions and giving everyone the wrong idea now.
Fine, when you're here, we can talk. Directly. Anyway, we're all waiting for you to get here. Come soon.
Lucy, are you okay? I was really worried. I'm glad that everything turned out okay.
Huh? What do you want? Don't pretend to worry about me. I don't need your fake sympathy.
I'm not just saying it. I was really worried. I kept thinking about you, even after I went on that trip.
Oh, is that so? That's why you ignored those texts from me and your family? You must have been really worried.
No, I would have replied, just the reception was bad. I really wanted to, believe me.
Wow, your tune sure has changed. It's too late though. Perhaps if you really had checked your phone and you could have properly said goodbye to your father. You know that he passed away just hours after you went on that trip. You missed your final chance to say goodbye to him.
I know! I went to my parents' house and all of the family were waiting there. They were all really sad. Super gloomy atmosphere.
You don't seem too choked up about it.
Nonsense! I care a lot. Like I care about you too. By the way, how's the baby?
I told you, don't ask about me. How was your little getaway with Eliza?
Huh? What are you talking about?
That's who you went with, isn't it? Eliza Richardson, I think it was. When your father passed, your mother called the hotel to get a hold of you, and the hotel staff told her the name of your partner.
Why did she call the hotel? That's supposed to be my private trip. What is she doing butting into my business? Besides, it was a business trip. Eliza is my coworker, and we were meeting customers there.
Oh, yeah. So that's why you were saying I deserve to have some fun. I need some me time. Not to mention the champagne service. That really sounds like a lot of business.
You don't know, Lucy. You weren't there. I did plenty of business.
It doesn't matter. We're getting a divorce.
What? You don't mean that, do you?
This past week you really showed your true colors. I found out who you really are. Someone who's heartless and only cares about himself. Locking me in the storage shed, not picking up the phone calls from your family when your father was deathly ill? Unforgivable.
But you're pregnant with our baby, Lucy? We're gonna start a family, like we've always talked about.
Why would I want to start a family with a piece of garbage like you? You're dead to me, Roma?
Well, I admit that locking you in the storage shed might have been a bit overkill. I never thought that it would drop below 0 either. That was a real surprise to me. So, like I said, I'm really glad you're okay.
It's too late to apologize. Your words are pointless. Anyway, I'm not even pregnant with your child anymore.
What? Did something happen to the child?
No. The baby was born. I'm not telling you where. You're not allowed to see it.
What? Why wouldn't you tell me something that important? Remember, That is my kid as much as it's yours. I deserve to know.
You deserve to know? Okay, why didn't you stick around to see the baby be born? Oh, yes. You were away cheating on me with your coworker. Not that I care. After this, we're done and I'm gonna do my best to raise this baby. Alone.
What? As the father, I demand to see him.
It's actually a little girl. After the divorce goes through, you're gonna need to pay child support. I've already got a list of other expenses that I'm going to have a lawyer look at. Raising a child as a single mother isn't easy, but better than raising her with you.
Lucy, is this some kind of dark, twisted joke? Like, if this is true, I really can't take it. I need to see her. She's my daughter, for God's sake.
It's not a joke. This shouldn't even be a surprise to you. Your mother totally understands too. She's on my side in this.
My mother? Why is she even involved in this? You should have told me first.
Well, after you locked me in that shed, I had to ask your mother and brother to let me out. Luckily, they saved me before it got too freezing in there. But after that, I talked to your mother for a long time. We discussed the truly inconsiderate things you've done, and she decided to have you written out of the will.
What? Written out of the will? Stop it! What are you saying, Lucy? That was supposed to be my inheritance money, but you ought to go and mess with it. I'm really gonna get you back for this.
Is that a threat? Anyway, don't blame me. It was your family's decision. They decided as a group, as far as I know.
No, no, no! I have a right to that money. I'm his son in blood. What the hell? How did it come to this?
The family came to the decision, and I think it's a fair one, considering what you did. Your mother also very considerately offered a small sum of money to me to raise the child. She was absolutely heartbroken by the whole situation. Which is totally understandable.
Lucy, let's talk about this. This whole situation is getting way out of hand.
I don't want to ever hear your annoying voice ever again. You got to be alone for a long time and think about what you've done. Go live in that storage shed, you heartless troll. Having delivered a beautiful baby girl, I reached out to Roma's mother, who kept Roma from going to the hospital and witnessing the arrival of the new baby. Subsequently, I made up my mind to dedicate some time to my family. While I figured out my next steps, my parents provided significant assistance with the baby. In contrast, Roma was genuinely taken aback by the fact that he didn't receive anything from his father's inheritance. Even worse, after this incident, his entire family distanced themselves from him, disregarding his calls and messages. As expected, the woman with whom Roma had been having an affair discovered he was married and promptly ended their relationship. The rumor rapidly circulated within the office, resulting in several uncomfortable months for him upon his return from the entire debacle. The work environment became so unpleasant that he opted to resign and seek new employment in his smaller, rural hometown. In that place, he led a solitary existence, unable to visit either his young daughter or his family, who had abandoned him. It seemed as though he were confined to his own personal storage shed, unable to break free.
Mom, how is it going? I've just got back from school. So tiring.
Hi, Amanda. You're home later than usual. Did you have dancing club today?
Oh, I almost forgot to tell you. Today I've learned a new dance style. Let me see. It's called breakdancing. Do you know about it?
That's great. When I get out of the hospital, you'll have to show me.
Okay.
Sure, Mom. How do you feel now? Are you tired, Mom? Is Grandma always beside you?
I'm still fine, sweetheart. I am being treated really well in here. Don't worry, okay?
I'm dying to see my little sister. I can't wait to hold her in my arms and feed her every day.
Very soon, you can meet your sister, darling.
But Mom, when will you be discharged of the hospital? I miss you so much equals.
I'm not sure, sweetie. I miss you, too. I guess until the baby is born.
When will she be born?
The doctors think it'll be this weekend. I can't leave the hospital right after it's born, though. We have to wait and make sure everything is okay, for both me and the baby. So, take good care of yourself when I'm away. Promise me?
Yes, Mom, I will. If only the hospital weren't so far from our house, it'd be better. Dad and Grandma are so busy, they can't take me to the hospital to visit you. They haven't been home much lately. I have to cook and eat by myself.
What do you mean by yourself? I know Daddy has to work late and doesn't enjoy the family meal very often. But why isn't Grandma there?
She goes out a lot. Today she is on another trip.
Your grandma is on another trip?
Yes, Mom.
Then, who made dinner, tonight?
Before going to work, Dad gave me some money and told me to buy something at the store.
I see. I'll message your dad and tell him to try to get home with you as early as he can tonight. It's getting late, so make sure you get to the store and come back home before it get darker, okay?
I got it, Mom.
Mom, I can't seem to get a hold of David. Could you tell him to check his phone as soon as he gets home, please?
Stop asking to do things for you. David has been really busy lately. I have no idea what time he's going to come home.
Well, it's just that my contractions have started. The doctors said the baby's gonna be born late tonight or early tomorrow morning. So please tell him to get to the hospital soon. Once the contractions start getting closer together and more painful, I won't be able to contact him anymore. So please let him know.
What? Can't you just ask Amanda to do it?
Amanda is still in the elementary school. She's gonna be going to bed soon.
Well, I want to get to bed early tonight. Vacation makes me exhausted. I don't know when David will get home. I can't stay up all night waiting for him. Neither do I contact him. And even if I tell him, what's that going to accomplish? It's not going to make your contractions go away or anything. Contact him yourself after the baby is born.
You know this is David's child that's about to be born, right?
But we already know it's going to be another girl, don't we? This is your second daughter. You must have definite experience about this? Am I right? Besides, neither David nor I have any time to be trying to comfort you right now. That's what the nurses are there for. You contacted David and he didn't reply, right? There's your answer right there.
Okay, fine. Whatever. I'll try again myself.
You should have done that from the start instead of bothering me. The whole world doesn't revolve around you. You can try contacting him again, it's up to you. But I don't think you're gonna get a reply.
What does that mean?
Nothing. Is there a reason David won't be coming home tonight?
I wanted him to be here for this. And not only that. There are also lots of paperwork here that needs to get done before the hospitals release me. So I wanted him to come and help his wife with those, too.
Then why don't you just ask your parents to come and help? Oh, shouldn't I say parents, right? 'Cause your father died last month, didn't he? I guess it should be singular now, huh? Your mom's all by herself now. I'm sorry.
Whatever. I'll do it myself.
Thanks. Since I've moved here with you, you've been causing us nothing but stress.
Hey, I've never asked you to come live with us.
See? That's exactly the kind of thing I'm talking about. This attitude of yours. I've been living in this house with you for 3 years, and you've never treated me with respect.
Is that so? Once the baby is born, I guess we'll have reevaluate our living arrangements, won't we? That's another thing I'll have to talk to David about when I am discharged from the hospital.
You're right about that. That is, if David will listen to what you would say. He's not even with you now. I feel so sorry for you, LOL.
That's only because he's busy with work?
It's probably best if that's what you think. Anyway, don't ask me to do anything for you. It's annoying.
Amanda, where are you? Are your dad and grandma staying with you now? If they are, can you tell them to contact me as soon as possible?
Who is calling?
Huh? Amanda, it's Mommy. This is Amada, right? What's going on?
You're not my mom anymore. I don't know who you are.
What did you say? I've just got home. The house is completely empty. You guys wouldn't have moved, would you?
Yeah, we moved. And we're living in a new house.
Why did you move without saying me a word?
We are done with each other, and from now on, I don't have any relationship with you anymore. So I think it wasn't necessary for us to announce you.
What do you mean? How could you say that to me?
Dad and Grandma said they left the divorce paper by the front door. They said you should sign them immediately. When you're done signing them, call Grandma.
Divorce paper? What is going on? Amanda, please. Let me talk to your dad.
No. He said he doesn't want to talk to you. Dad and I don't want anything to do with you anymore.
Amanda, please.
You've been annoying. Grandma said she'll call you tomorrow. Make sure you sign the divorce paper before she calls. Mom. Are you awake? I'm sorry. I said bad things to you.
Amanda. Is it really you? Are you okay? Are you safe?
I'm fine, Mom. Forgive me for this morning, I've said such bad words to you. It wasn't me to do so. Grandma made me write those words.
But why did she have to do that?
She did it so you and Dad would divorce. Then she took the phone from me. I said I want to call you, but she made me to text you like that, or else she will drop me out of the house. I'm sorry. Now, she is asleep, so I break into her room and take my phone back.
Amanda, I'm sorry. I must have been really bad for you this past week or so. I didn't want to leave you by yourself.
It's okay, Mom. But Dad and Grandma are acting so strange recently. They're talking like you're a bad person. That makes me scared.
Do you know where you are now? I'll come and get you.
I'm not sure, we've just moved here yesterday, so I don't know the address. But it's a really big and modern apartment building. It has 40 floors, Mom.
You mean a high-rise condo?
A high-rise condo? I don't know, but Dad said I won't be changing schools.
Really? Okay, I'll pick you up after school tomorrow.
I can see you again.
Of course. I'll see you tomorrow, just wait until then, okay?
Okay. Oh, and Dad said he's marrying a woman soon.
A new woman? What does that mean?
I don't know, but he said she's gonna have a new baby soon, too.
Are you sure he's not talking about your new little sister I just gave birth to?
I don't think he means my new sister. I didn't understand everything that Dad and Grandma were talking about, but they said the new baby that's coming is a boy.
OMG, Amanda, I'm so sorry that all of this is happening. I'm coming to get you tomorrow, I promise. Then you and I can live together, okay?
I just want to be with you. Dad and Grandma aren't very nice, and I don't like this new place.
I'm sorry all of this is happening to you, but thanks for contacting me even when everything that's going on badly.
Okay, Mom. I'll wait for you after school.
Daisy, did you sign that divorce papers yet? As soon as you do, message me. We have to discuss how you and David will be splitting the assets, as well as custody of Amanda and child support payments.
I think normally those things are discussed before signing the divorce papers.
Don't you think you're getting the order mixed up?
The truth is we don't want to drag out the process by arguing about all of that before the divorce is finalized.
I don't think you're in any position to refuse any of our conditions anyway, now are you? Besides, you want us to give you Amanda back, don't you? If you accept all of our conditions, David promises not to dispute custody of Amanda.
Does he really think he could get custody of Amanda?
Well, financially, he absolutely could.
So that's what this is all about, huh? Listen, I'll divorce David just like he wants. But I'm going to get everything. That includes the house, child support, and compensation money.
Compensation money? What are you talking about?
The money I'm going to be suing David for cheating on me. It seems his little mistress is pregnant, isn't she?
Cheating? Who did you hear something like that from?
Amanda told me all about it, and by the way, she is with me, so she won't be going back to that place David and you are at.
You kidnapped Amanda. You dirty little coward.
Who exactly are you talking about?
How dare you drag Amanda into this just so you can hide behind her and use her as your bargaining chip?
She's only in the 5th grade, but you know what, she's old enough to understand what's going on.
The fact that that girl would try to ruin my plans like this just proves that she's got your blood in her veins. I told her not to try to get in contact with you. I can't believe she defied me. Whatever, if you divorce David like he wants, we really can't complain. We were only holding on to Amanda as a trump card in case we needed her. You have no objection to the divorce, do you?
None at all. I have no feelings for David whatsoever anymore. He wouldn't even contact me while I was giving birth to his 2nd daughter. And on top of that, he was cheating on me. Here's no way to save this marriage now. A husband who cheats on his wife and a mother-in-law who thinks that what he's doing is okay. The two of you together make me sick.
Saying that he's cheating is a little bit harsh. He's not cheating, he's just changing wife. And did you not hear, his new wife's child is going to be a boy? This new woman is so much better than you in any way. All you can give David is girls. Not to mention she's younger and taller than you. She's much prettier. Well, I'm glad David will have the wife you always wanted him to have.
But no matter how you want it, he's still cheating on me. So I'm suing him for compensation money.
All you talk about is money, you should be ashamed of yourself. If we pay you, will you be happy? Once he gets half of all your things, he'll be happy to pay whatever your little lawsuit amounts to.
Don't you think you're misunderstanding something? Do you know something about our assets that I don't?
Well, the husband and wife share everything, right? Usually everything gets split down the middle 50/50ths, right?
That's right. But ever since we got married, I've only been working part-time. I didn't make much money, so most of what I'll be getting will be from David. And I'm pretty sure we don't have as much savings as you think we do.
What are you talking about? After your father died, you would have gotten a big inheritance from him. You must have gotten hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? I know your father had money. Even if David only gets $10,000 from you, after he pays compensation money, he'll still have plenty of free money left over.
Is that what you guys were thinking?
What? What's so funny?
Don't you know how inheritance works? When one parent dies, it doesn't mean the kids get all the money. My dad can give his money to anyone he wants by his will. When my dad died, all of his stuff went to my mother. And I'm not getting a cent from him.
Huh? What are you talking about? You must be kidding, right? You just don't want us taking your money, so you're making up some crazy story.
What I said is true. I've never told David I was getting an inheritance. Why would he assume I was? Are you saying he went off and had an affair, and then went ahead with this divorce without looking into anything first? He must be even stupider than I thought.
But David, he said your dad's money would be yours.
He never asked me about that, and who would think that anyway? You two are both stupid for creating this whole plan of yours without verifying any of the important information. So like I said, I'll be suing David for compensation money. Not only was he cheating on me, but I hear the one he was cheating on me with is pregnant. I wonder if he started cheating on me when my dad died, or if it's been going on for a while and this new son is really his. I'll have to get talking to a private detective to see how long this has been going on for. Because, the longer he's been doing it, the more money I can get from him.
Wait, hold on. Daisy, let's just calm down, okay?
I think the only one not calm here is you, huh? I can't believe David wanted to use my dad dying as a way to get money from me. Just know that no matter what it takes, I'm gonna be getting my compensation money from your son.
Wait, let's just reconsider this whole divorce thing, shall we? This was David's idea, not mine. I've always been against it. I never wanted him to divorce you. When I heard he had done this and his mistress was pregnant, I cried so hard. It was only after I got so tired of crying that we came up with this idea. Let me try talking to David again. I think I can convince him to break up with his new girlfriend.
No, I really don't care about Leonard anymore. I'm just fine going ahead with this divorce. Just wait to meet me on the court. I got my lawyer to help me sue David for compensation money. When I tried to use David's mistress for compensation money as well, it became clear that David had never told her that he was married. When she found out, she wasn't too happy. But none of that is my problem. After I got my share of the assets and my compensation money from David, I made sure to block both his and his mother's number right away. I told Amanda that if she ever wants to see her dad again, she's welcome to do so. However, if David wants to talk to me, he'll have to do it through my lawyer. Actually, just the other day, my lawyer gave letter from David in the letter. He told me that since I had sued his girlfriend for compensation money, as well, they weren't able to make payments on his loan for the condo. It also seems that Leonard's mother, Marie, was kicked out of the condo because his girlfriend didn't like her. How pathetic you are.